Hey guys, how's it going? It's me again, and today I'm gonna be showing you how I make my thumbnails for YouTube. So, the first thing you want to do is open up Photoshop like I have right here, and you want to go onto Google Chrome, Safari, whatever you use, and you're gonna want to search a game. Let's, for example, say I want to play Abzu. Like here, I'll type in Abzu, and I'll go into Images. And I'll search, for example, this one looks nice, or you can just search an image that you want for your thumbnail. I recommend that you look for landscape, something like this. So what you want to do is press Ctrl N. That will open up here this thing. We're gonna call it Abzu, and then thumbnail. Oops, I can't spell. There we go. I like to have it at 1920 by 1080 because that's the quality I record in. Press OK, and you'll be presented with this. Next, what you want to do is grab your image. I have a couple here, but I think this is my favorite. I'm just doing some random things like that, and you want to create a new layer by pressing Ctrl Shift and N. That'll open up the new layer window. Let's name this paintbrush. Like that, and I'll explain why. So what I like to do with my thumbnails to make them more interesting is just having like some random text here in the middle. I like to use the brush tool by pressing B. It's a shortcut, and then you can switch to pink or whatever color you want, like that. Just make it like, oops, that was probably too much. You want to be really careful when you do this. You don't want it to be too much or too little. So I'm just gonna remove some of this. Probably put a bit of pink here, and then probably some like on this edge here, and then complete the rest with a bit more blue. So as you see, you have like the contrast with the color, and now you're gonna want to turn the opacity down a bit, probably to like 70, I guess, if you want, or I have it at 75. And now what you want to do is open up or create a new text layer by pressing T, and then I'm going to type in, oops, I'm going to type in here, for example, I don't know, let's just do Finding Dory. What I'm going to do, I'll explain later why I just did this and not like press enter and wrote the rest of it. So you can come down to this window here and double click. That will open up your layer style. So what you want to do now is add a drop shadow. I already have my presets. You can copy them if you want, but you can also like sort of try different things like the angle, distance, and what have you. So there's a ton of things you can do with this. Next, I go into my gradient overlay, and you'll be presented with something like this. But what I do is I click. If you click on here, you'll be presented with this. You get different colors, right? And what I'm gonna do is choose this, the white and black, and I'm gonna move the white until it says 50 by the location right here. You should come to this, and you want to drop the opacity a bit so it's sort of like a line going through the text. And then I also go for an inner glow right here, and then I choose the opacity, size, choke, whatever. For example, I might go like this. It's a bit brighter on the inside. And then something that I found out a few days ago, well actually a few weeks ago, when I made my new channel banner. If you haven't checked it out, it's right here on the screen. If I go into pattern, you'll see you have a ton of different patterns. You can't see them. Wait, let me try the opacity. Here, see? You can change the pattern. It's quite cool actually. Like that, you can make really cool text with this. Like I'm sure with this you can make something special. And this actually looks really cool since it's like almost water. You can also do lines, make it like not very visible, you know. I think I may actually go for this time. See, I'm learning something new, my own tutorial. So what you want to do now is you can mess with the scale, make it huge, tiny. Now that's basically it for the text, and you can move it around wherever you want. What I'm gonna do now, this is why I didn't create Dory on the bottom, because when you press Ctrl J, you make a duplicate of the text, if you will, and then you want to press Shift, click on the text and drag it down, and then you want to edit it, and then like that, and then go put in Dory, that, and just to make sure, make sure everything's centered like that. Now here, if I hold Shift and click into the bottom, I have both of these selected, so I can move it freely if I want. And I think I might just tilt it a bit. And here's a trick: if you hold Alt and Shift, you can it keeps its proportion basically, so it doesn't go like this, right? If you just hold Shift, it goes in a diagonal, and if you hold Alt and Shift, it does like centered basically. So I'm gonna make it pretty big so that everyone can read it when it's on YouTube. Press Enter, and I think I might move it, like probably tilt it a bit more. Something also that you can do is, for example, let's say I just want to take Dory and like make it a bit like more this way. I can do that, you know what I mean? And then what I always do is hold Alt and like zoom out, see if I can read it fine, like alright. So if it presents like well when it's small, see like the size of the thumbnail, so like here you can already see what it is. But that's basically it. This is a really simple tutorial. If you want, you can click on you can mess with here, you can put like inner glows on the image itself, or you can do satin, which is also quite cool, which means you can make it a bit darker. Maybe you want to take, I don't know, this color and just drop the opacity a bit, or make it a lot more visible like that. And the last touch you want to do, you can leave it like this. I mean, that's fine, right? You can totally just make a thumbnail just like this. But what I do to make things more interesting is I have this what is it, a texture, if you will, and let me just put this on the very top layer right here, and again you can hold Alt and Shift so it gets bigger, like so it's like centered sort of. And I like to have, this is what I use for all my thumbnails, by the way, so I'll put a link if I think about it in the description so you can download this. It's a really cool texture, you know, like with these lines are like space. And this is the magic part. This is what you want to do. You want to click here. This is your these are like presets you can change. You can do difference, vivid light, you know, you can change it around. But what I found was quite cool is if you do color dodge, see how it makes it takes out the blacks and concentrates on the whites to make it look like sort of shiny and stuff. That's what I like to do. And then I drop the opacity so it's not too intense. Okay, so what I do is like probably like that, and I think I'm gonna put the text over that, actually like that. And that's basically it. That's my tutorial on how I make my thumbnails. If you guys are interested in having a different type of tutorial, just drop it in the comments down below. I'd be happy to help you learn new things on like Illustrator or more Photoshop stuff like this. I might show you how I made my logo and my banner. That's your thumbnail, and I don't think there's much more to say other than I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was the first bonus video, so I'm gonna be posting at least one video a week, some indie games, and then a bonus video would be something like this, a tutorial, or anything else that you put in the comments basically. And so I'll keep you guys posted. I'm on Twitter. You can follow me also on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. I'll link all of that stuff down below. And make sure to subscribe. You can like or dislike. I honestly don't care. If you dislike, because haters gonna hate anyway. And you can you can consider subscribing, because I post weekly videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.